Hello, welcome, good evening. You're watching HW News English. I am Shubham Chauhan. We are coming to you live with this breaking news right now. Jharkhand Chief Minister Champai Soren has resigned, paving the way for former Chief Minister Hemant Soren to come back to the post that he held before being arrested. It's almost more than 150 days since the tenure of Champai Soren lasted. Now that Hemant Soren was out on bail last week in connection with a land grabbing case, Champai Soren has met the governor of Jharkhand, CP Radhakrishnan, and tendered his resignation. We have some visuals as well that are coming in of the resignation being handed over. There you see Champai Soren on the screen for you, handing over the resignation to the governor of Jharkhand. In fact, it was Mr. Hemant Soren as well was present, and there you have these pictures of the governor accepting the resignation. Now, the next obvious step that's being said is that Mr. Hemant Soren has already staked his claim to form the government and become chief minister once again in the state of Jharkhand. Now, for those who aren't aware as to what exactly happened, why did we have Champai Soren become the chief minister in the first place? So there was a land grabbing case in which Hemant Soren's name came up. He was summoned by the ED, and this was in January 2020 when he was arrested. Mr. Hemant Soren, GM chief, he was uh, summoned by the ED, and he was arrested on January 31. But before his arrest, he just hours before his arrest, he quit as the chief minister of Jharkhand, and Hemant Champai Soren, my apologies, made way as the chief minister. Now, 5 months after Mr. Hemant Soren went to jail, he was given bail and he was out last week rather, and this was bail granted by the Jharkhand High Court, and this was the bench of the Jharkhand High Court made some very pertinent observations as far as Mr. Soren's involvement was concerned. So I'm quoting here what the bench said, that the overall conspicuous of the case based on broad probabilities does not specifically or indirectly assign the petitioner, which is Mr. Hemant Soren, to be involved in the acquisition and possession as well as concealment of 8.86 acres of land at Shantinagar, Ranchi, connected to the proceeds of crime. None of the registers, revenue records bear imprint of the direct involvement of the petitioner in the acquisition and possession of the said land. So, like I said, this was a land grabbing case where it was alleged that Mr. Hemant Soren, which was connected, the ownership of the land and possession of this land was connected to Mr. Hemant Soren. The Jharkhand High Court, while granting bail to Mr. Hemant Soren, said that there is no direct evidence at the moment which links, the illegal land grab and Mr. Hemant Soren's direct involvement in the case. So he was out on bail, and he made some of quite some fiery speeches out there in Jharkhand, in Ranchi, once he was out on bail, and it was almost looked at that he would be back as chief minister sooner than later, because mind you, Jharkhand goes to polls in the month of October, which is just we're in July currently, so just 2-3 months to go before Jharkhand, along with Maharashtra and Haryana, goes to polls, and that is something that will be sort of a litmus test, and that will be the first time that one will be able to see whether the effect of Mr. Hemant Soren, the sympathy wave in favor of Mr. Hemant Soren, does it persist? Does it not? Remember, he leads the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, a state-based outfit in the state of Jharkhand. So that's what we have for you at the moment. That Champai Soren has tendered his resignation as the chief minister of Jharkhand, and he's likely to be replaced, or it's almost a given formality now. If reports are to be believed, certain meetings have already been done, and Mr. Hemant Soren has been elected as the leader, all set to become the chief minister of Jharkhand once again. Now it'll be interesting to see how he navigates the remaining 2 months. 152 days is what Champai Soren's tenure was as chief minister. Many even looked at it as an interim arrangement before Mr. Hemant Soren comes out on bail or is freed of all the charges. But and that being said, 3 months to go for the assembly elections. Mr. Hemant Soren is all set to be back as the Chief Minister of the state of Jharkhand. So we'll end it at that. Thank you so much for watching. Do stay in tune to HW News English for further stories. Of course, we'll keep digging in, and we'll be looking at not just this case but also some of the other pertinent news stories. There is the Hathras story that just happened yesterday, and there are certain updates coming out on that front as well. So stay tuned for all of that, for all those stories, the stories you need to know, the news that you need to know. Thank you so much for watching.